will be difficult to predict.
Where are you going? Far enough!
Can you take it?
Burn it down! It's a duel of the arc! Photon raging cascade!
Swallow the flying freak!
What can they just sit still?
In a bind! Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Prepare to be seized, though. Actually, having found is more appropriate.
Let's walk in more doing.
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
More corruption! Condemned by the thunder blade! Lightning! Alright, that does it! Reload! I'm out of ammo!
Oh, thank you!
Megasonic thrust!
Elusive deity!
Take this! Back into the fray!
I'll smash you!
This one's mine! I never miss!
Burn it down!
Denied!
Can you take it?
I'm ready! Megasonic
Can't get out of this!
Annihilation! Hear me! Flame
thank
of
you.
raging storm!
Begin!
Huddle! Do it!
You attack
Raging
without
cascade!
mercy.
Because I can't afford to hesitate.
Not against the worthy opponent.
So those are Dan and Astral Arc.
Can you take it?
Something you want to say? Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy. Don't mind if I do.
Begin!
Searing storm! Lightning on raging cascade! I'm all stopped up! Fresh! Dance in the wind! Feel! Here's a healing art! More for the side!
Can you take it? I can carve through armor!
Blah, 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 power of water! Now! Annihilation! More for the stockpile!
That was a little close for comfort.
This won't be easy. Don't be such a pessimist. Dance in the wind! This one's mine! I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Megasonic thrust!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Burning strike! Glacial spear! Here's evil! Free blazer! Searing blast! I'm out of ammo! Coming through! Where are you going?
Burn it hell!
Get in the wind! Lightning! Sleep now!
I'm ready! Megasonic thrust!
Let's get
Can you take it? Shattering the pieces!
Shiny supernova!
Begin!
Elusive deity!
I'm ready!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
The heavens must be smiling.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah, we used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Raging cascade!
Ignite!
Feel the shadows!
Megasonic thrust!
Mega ray!
Heal!
Annihilation!
Being interrupted. Take this!
Air thrust!
The enemy deals our truth.
We'll soon see about that! Hear me!
Elusive deity!
Megasonic thrust!
Lightning orb! Raging cascade! Feel!
Elusive deity!
I'll be
I'll
saving
thank you.
Flame! Reload! I'm out of ammo!
We turn the tables on it!
There are still more left!
Right! No time to hold back!
Raging storm! Power of water!
I'm ready!
Law! Hey! Blow them away!
I'll heal you
Nothing gets by
Resonate
me!
with the earth!
Champion world!
Stalagmite!
Healing circle! Thank you. Do they not teach you to say thank you in damage? Not to a Renin, we don't. Do it! Kisara frozen!
Hammer! Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
This won't be easy. Don't be such a pessimist.
Swallow blade!
Fairy Blaster!
Swallow blade!
I'll face you!
Daring to the
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Lightning shadow! Leave the enemy's arch to me!
No place here!
Megasonic
The sky is mine!
Deity! Can you take it?
Raging
Pile
Cascade!
driver!
Lightning Breath! Daring to the
Now you
wind!
see what I can do!
Not today!
Lunar Corruption!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Blow them away!
Gravitas Field! Dance to the wind!
Elusive
I'm all
deity!
stuffed up in here!
Can you take it?
Annihilation! Annihilation!
Tornado Kisara! All yours, Kisara! Only the best materials in your garments.
You really do have quite the discerning eye, Dohalim.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same to me.
This one will be difficult to predict. Can you take it?
Our expert coming through! Annihilation!
Hitting fire!
This one's mine!
Leave
Where
the
are you
agile
going?
ones to me. Forgive me. This is my fault.
By the power of water!
Renovation light. Now what? I've used too much.
Wait! Can't reload! I'll bring you back from death to get on in there! The others! Resuscitation! I'll bring you back from death to ready and wait! One at a time!
Armor won't save you!
Light astral energy!
Rage.
Lunar corruption!
Denied!
This one's all
Air
mine!
thrust!
Ignite!
Photon blast! Dance to the wind!
I'm ready! Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic vision! Resonate with the Earth!
Dance to the wind! I'm only
Leave the
ready for
ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
and the pummeling to me!
Alright, it's showtime!
Elusive deity!
Our expert coming through! By the power of water!
Raging
Raging storm!
Where are you going?
I'll thank you! I'll stick! Here!
The earth throbs in pain.
Lunar corruption!
Megasonic thrust! Rolling! In an instant! Impact block!
I can feel my precision improving. I won't forgive you!
Swallow blade!
Anything more like Glacial Spear!
Eat dirt!
Here's evil! Leave the charges to me!
Here comes
Resonate with the earth!
energy!
Megasonic thrust!
Glacial Spear!
Elusive deity!
Here!
Megasonic thrust! Elusive deity!
I'm out! I'm all stuffed
Resonate with the earth!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
No further!
Lightning! Downfall!
Thrust!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Pierce!
Dance in the wind!
Here I go!
It's over!
Elusive deity!
Through armor!
Burn! Hitting pile
Light astral energy!
Resonate with the earth!
When it is time,
Stalagmite!
thunder!
I can feel my power growing!
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
More Danon runes here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
What's this thing?
I think Toadle's hungry.
Funny. I could have sworn that was your stomach making all the racket.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Menancia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?